Okay, now this is actually the 8th attempt to do this video blog. I deleted most of the others, and the last one, this thing just ran out of power. I need a camera person, but it's too late now. Nothing matters. All the music videos are made. Everything's uploaded. Dates. This Thursday, June 21st, the first day of summer, will be the release of Summer Nights. Ha! Yes, I did plan that. First day of summer, Summer Nights. What I didn't count on was that damn old song from Greece called Summer Nights. I totally forgot that super mega hit from my high school year, senior year. That's when Greece came out, didn't it? I don't remember really. I think it did. I don't know if it was it was 78 that summer. Yeah, who cares? Anyway, so this Thursday out comes the single. Why a single? Because it gives me 2 shots at being on Pandora, submitting the single. They go by the code. The IRC, I know I'm missing a letter, but anyway, code. So when I've submitted just one song from an album, well, the code is the album code. And so if they didn't like that song, they dismissed the whole album. That's where we've had all 5 years of refusals. So I figure, okay, I'll submit the single. Maybe they'll like it. Well, if they don't, I get a second shot, August 7th, which is when the album comes out, to upload the, something from the album. And I'm going to give them the Spotify links. So it plays the whole song, plays the whole album, not snippets as you get on Amazon or iTunes. Excuse me. I had to cough. That's kind of like a staple of these video blogs. And anyway, excuse me, it's been that kind of day, and I'm wearing a hat, because it's a bad hair day. I woke up to no water, so I couldn't shower, so hence bad hair day. I hope then, after all the videos have been out and promoted and blah, 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 that I will have the time or the inclination to upload Boston Dialect Volume 2. And that'll encapsulate the year. This will be 2018 Year of the Artist. 2019 will be estate lawyer. And just normal life, whatever that will mean. I do not know. This year has had so many unexpected, terrible things happen that, you can't expect next year to be better or the rest of the half of this year to be better, because it won't be. It'll either be more of the same or more terrible things will happen. So, that's just how it is. It's how it goes when you get past a certain point. At least some people past a certain point. I guess, Mike Bollier's got grandchildren and great-grandchild now. I mean, so he's got all this stuff going on, I don't have any of that. And maybe that's the difference. I don't have anything human to look forward to. My whole life has been the arts, and now that I've actually am calling a halt to it for one reason, money. I get 0 back really in comparison to what I spend. You all know that. I've gone over that. Same with publishing the books. After this second volume will be 7 books of my poetry out. If I haven't made a mark, I'm not going to. I'm as big as I'm going to get. I'm as popular as I'm going to get. I'm as known as I'm going to get. Unless some huge corporation like Sony or one of those people suddenly discover me and say, we could make money off that. We can, redistribute all this stuff all over the world, repackage, whatever. Really in stores and actually promote it, actually get reviews in Rolling Stone and Spin and the major magazines. Unless that happens, no, I am where I am. And that's it. Got to accept it, So without that in my life, without having, oh, I got a book to publish, something, I'm wondering, what I'll do. I mean, I may continue to format books and have them ready for publishing, but not spend the money to publish. Okay, the other thing, I said money, the other thing is the working relationship with Kenny being an engineer and all that with this record was just absolutely dreadful with me not being there. And that was the whole thing. It wasn't Kenny or me. It was we weren't there together to work on it together. I'm trying to communicate in writing, and that just wasn't working. Even when I whittled it down, like he asked me to like what he called a punch list, I called it bullet points. Tomato, tomato, but there you go. Another example. But no, even with that, at least a good 10% of what I wanted done on tracks just wasn't done. And I didn't feel going back for another round of mixes was going to make a damn bit of difference. If it wasn't understood the first time, it wouldn't be understood a second time. And I had it at that point. I was so frustrated with how things were going or not going. And I was just like, screw it. This record will be what it is. If I hate it, I hate it. If it's a piece of crap, it's a piece of crap. Thankfully, in the end, it's not a piece of crap. It's actually pretty good. It's a good listen, and each individual track has its merits. The only dog on it is Does She Remember? Because there's just an unforgivable mixing problem. But it's something that's been there for a while. I've talked to him about, and I mentioned it, and I mentioned it, and he still didn't friggin' fix it. And it's a needle in the ear to me, And then, he used to be so with when I was there. Maybe it was because he was doing it because I was standing over him. He'd go through every piano track, for example. He'd find any little thing, even inconsequential notes that might be, like, you accidentally hit two keys at the same time. He'd fix it with the mouse. He didn't do any of that this time. So in a couple songs, there were just shit that he should have fixed. Or would have fixed. I don't know. I don't know if it's a should have or would have or what was up. He was overworked. That I know. He had too much on his plate. I did not realize that. Had I'll tell you the truth, I would have delayed or put off making this record until, I don't know, fall. I mean, I still expected to be waiting for Tracy. I figured Tracy would be on the road again this year and we wouldn't get his tracks till October. I offered him 3 options to get out. To put me on the back burner, work on the other stuff that he had more, like had a contractual obligation to. He didn't. So we hold him. After that third time, I said, okay, you're not dealing with a friend now, you're dealing with a customer. I'm a client. I'm going to be a pain in the ass. So, I mean, we're still talking to each other. But, no, there's no way in the world I will make another record. And there's no one else I can see me working with. There's nothing here. Studios here suck. You can quote me. Anyway.